Hello and welcome back to the Society's Application Support channel here on YouTube. In this video we're going to go over 3 quick troubleshooting tips for TeamRaiser participants who contact the chapter that can be resolved locally in-house. The first one that we're going to cover is participants who are registered who call and say that they can't search for themselves and they can't, their donors can't find them on the public site to support. Another one, when a participant tries to use the same personal or vanity URL from their personal page from last year, they want to keep the same link. And the third, participants who receive error messages attempting to use a discount code during registration. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to Convio and address the first one that I mentioned on our slide. And we're going to search for a Joe test user who called and said that he can't find his page on the site. This is a real simple fix. You would just locate Joe's transaction registration on the Convio backend, and you'll notice here that his personal page is set to private, which he may have done inadvertently through his participant center. Simply by clicking the Make Public page, if you now search for Joe, he will show up as a participant in the event, and you'll be able to navigate to his page and donate to him. The second issue is Joe also wants to use the same vanity URL that he had for his event personal page that he used last year. So we're going to go ahead and click on Edit in Joe's registration, and we're going to scroll to the bottom and attempt to put in the URL that Joe selected, which is Joe's page. And I should receive an error message here because it's the same URL that Joe had from last year. So when the page refreshes and we scroll down, we'll get the red error. So the fix that I'm going to show you for this won't necessarily just fix Joe's page. It'll fix everybody previously associated with the event. So here's our error message. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our TeamRaiser list. This is the event that Joe is currently registered for, the Olympus event. And for the purpose for this video, we're going to consider the training bike event the previously associated event from last year. And as you can see, it's in the unpublished status as this year's event is open. If you simply click on Archive in the TeamRaiser list, a new link shows up that says Release Shortcut URLs. And what this will do is release all personal URLs or team URLs for participants and teams that participated last year from the Convio database, which will allow anybody to use it this year. So we're going to go ahead and click on Release, and we can jump right back over to Joe's page, and we're going to go ahead and just click Save again. And now to bring us back here, and Joe's URL can now be used this year. The third error that can be troubleshooted locally is if somebody attempts to register using a discount code, they may receive an error message such as what I'm going to replicate now. So we're going to go ahead and put in our testing discount code, which is I created previously, our fundraising goal, as I know that there is one for this participation type, and click Next. And you'll see our little red error here, and as we scroll down by the discount, it's telling us that the code's not invalid even though we know it was created. So there's 2 reasons why this happens. So the first one we're going to jump over to is we're going to go to Manage Our Discount and select Edit on our testing discount code and jump all the way down to Define Eligibility. So the first place we're going to look is we're going to make sure that this checkbox is unchecked. So this checkbox determines whether each registrant may only use this discount one time. The caveat to that is participants can only register for an event once. If they attempt to register a second time and thus use the code a second time, they're going to get an error message. The other part from the Convio standpoint that does checking on this is if you have this selected and you choose a group, it requires the constituent to already be logged in at the time of registration, so Convio can determine are they in this group to know whether they've used this discount before. Since this option is completely irrelevant for our registration process, we're just going to uncheck it and select Save. The second thing that we're going to do is make sure that the discount was appropriately associated with a participation type, which most commonly is overlooked. So once you create your discount and publish it, you need to associate it with the participant type. As you can see, there's nothing on our list here. And I'm registering as a 170 participant, so I'm going to go ahead and add the 170 to our list and click Save. Now, if I go to register myself using our discount code and the 170 as our participation type and simply hit Next, I should not have an error. And I'll be able to create a new account for myself or come in as a returning user and complete the registration process. So that's how you would quickly identify and resolve those three small issues that happen commonly that the support team receives work orders for through our ticketing system. If you have any questions or if you have any problems with the process, again, please submit a ticket through the Society's ticketing system, and thanks